Good afternoon, folks. Welcome into the St. Margaret Center. My name is Jeff McIntyre for High Button Sports. I'll be bringing you an under-16 AAA matchup between the visiting Cape Breton Jets and the hometown Martello Buccaneers. Just about ready to get things kicked off, but first I'll hand you off to the PA announcer for the national anthem. We'll be back shortly. And we're back and just about ready to get the puck dropped. Starting goalies for this afternoon's game. For the Buccaneers, number 1, Brennan Fitzgerald. And at the other end for the Cape Breton Jets, number 35, Calix Tornidis. And we're set for the opening draw. And here we go. Bucks take it off the opening draw, try to dump it in, but negate it and then follow it up on. Back forward is Black of the Jets. He'll play it around to the corner. Chipped into the middle, but turned back by the Jets. Possession gained by the Bucks. Passed off here. Quick shot on goal, just through the crease and out the other side. Played down low. Phillips can't find the handle. Wild shot towards the goal, but it's wide. Kessel-Bellin steps up, puts it down low. Behind the net, Pridham had it for a moment, but had it knocked away. Jets will play it to an open wing. Quick headman pass there, just gets off the skate of Crawley, and it'll drift down into the Buccaneers zone. Pridham with it now for the Bucks. It'll be flipped high out to neutral ice. Back for it's going to be Stéphane LeBlanc of the Jets. He's going to turn and skate it through the neutral zone, fire it into the zone, but it's gloved down by Dodge. He'll play it across. Curtin, he'll stretch pass, that's a good one. Jets changing, just about too many men, and it's going to be the first power play of the game heading to the Jets as soon as the Bucks touch up. Cross ice pass to McIntyre, hits a stick, and Bucks will touch that one up. $18:49 here left in the first period, and the Bucks will head to the penalty box. Theoropoulos, I believe, number 11 of the Bucks, will sit for 2 minutes or less for tripping. Tripped the Jets player just as he came off the bench. Jets will head to the power play with a chance to open the scoring. Jets win the draw, played across to McIntyre. McIntyre puts it off the boards down low. That's chopped away from Phillips, kept in at the line by McIntyre. He's forced to the boards, spins it off his man, kept in at the line momentarily. McIntyre spins off this check, but can't find a Jets stick, and it's sent down the ice by the Bucks. McDonald spins off his man at center, but can't get the pass into the middle of the ice. Pemberton back for it now. Played up the boards, but good pressure from the Bucks to turn that rush back quickly. Played behind the goal. Here's McDonald with it. Foss McDonald skating through the neutral zone with speed. Over the line. Has a pass cross. Sharp angle shot. No one there for the Jets, and it'll be fired down the ice. McIntyre will have to go back for it for the Jets. Tornidas will leave it behind the goal for him. McIntyre has a man on him. Decides to cut it up. Wait for his mates to get set up. Krause shadowing McIntyre. McIntyre puts it across. Good pass there. Connects with Foss McDonald in the near wing. Foss and McDonald will gain the line and try to set things up for the Jets. Played down low. Ward has the stick on him from Kessel-Bellin. Played around the goal. Here's LeBlanc with it now. LeBlanc plays it back to the top for McIntyre. Point for McDonald. His shot's blocked in front. Cleared to the line, but not out. McDonald holds it for the Jets. McDonald plays it around the goal, but LeBlanc was pinching in. It'll rim all the way around. McIntyre back for it. Otherwise, might have been a 2-on-1 opportunity for the Bucks, shorthanded. McIntyre makes a couple of men miss in the corner. Headman pass is good. Penny over the line, tries to meet to the middle. Pass is swept away in front of the goal. Turned over to Smith McNeil into the middle. Can't find Cole Simmons. And the puck dribbles to the corner harmlessly. Back at center was Emerson Long of the Jets. He'll fire it in deep. Fitzgerald stops it behind the goal. Chips it to his defenseman there, Murphy. And it's played behind the net, and the Bucks will break out cleanly. Pass it in the middle off Ayot's stick. Morrison tries to backhand it towards the goal, but it's stuck in LeBlanc's equipment. Bucks with possession inside the offensive zone. After that penalty kill, looking to get something towards the goal. LeBlanc battles Morrison, kept in at the line by Curtin. Curtin walks in, but can't get the shot away, and looks like Emerson Long of the Jets has the can opener on Curtin. And the Jets are struggling to tag it up. Shot towards the goal, just wide of the net, tipped in front, I believe. AI plays it down low, tipped towards the front of the goal, but knifed away. Back to the point now. Myra onto the half wall, but Morrison can't take it cleanly, and LeBlanc will touch up Number 15 of the Jets, Emerson Long, will sit for 2 minutes or less for the trip. Jets had an opening power play opportunity, or unsuccessful, and the Bucs will have their own chance to open the scoring here. 15:41 left on the clock here in the first period. Bucs win the draw. Meyer at the point, plays it to the half wall, cross ice feed, just misses the target, but regained by the Bucs. Played behind the goal. Ward battling for the Jets, can't get it outside the zone, of course. Myra at the point, plays it to the half wall. Spinning off there is Murphy. Murphy shot, stopped by Tornidas. Rebound goes into the corner. Gathered up again, but swept off the stick there. Rush chance here coming for the Jets. McIntyre can't find the handle, but he'll battle for the puck along the half wall. Bodies are flying early here. Good battle from two players there in the corner. McIntyre and, trying to get the name of, may have been Roach, I believe. McIntyre has it again in the corner, trying to kill some time off the clock for the Jets. Looks like we have a couple of players down again. Loose puck comes free for Crawley of the Jets. He'll try to skate things out. Backhand pass through the middle, glove down at center. Turned over again. Here's Crawley just offside at the line. Phillips was a step ahead on the far side. 14:30 left in the first period. Only 48 seconds now left in the power play opportunity for the Buccaneers. Jets win the draw in the neutral zone. Played across. LeBlanc will play it all the way back inside his own zone for Pemberton. Pemberton will slap it down the ice. Good penalty killing here from the Jets. Butters in forechecking, shorthanded, but can't come away with the puck in the corner. Bellin will take it away from him. Stretch pass to Krause is good. Krause will skate it through the neutral zone. He'll gain the line. Tries to go wide on LeBlanc. Back to the half wall. Bucs with possession. Pass down low. Into the middle. Rebounds there. Tornidas shuts both down. And he'll hold for a face-off. 6 seconds left in the power play. That was the best look the Buccaneers have gotten to this point. Tornidas took away the bottom half of the net. Played to the wing, kept in at the point by Bellin. Bellin plays it down low, but that's taken off over by LeBlanc. He'll play it ahead to Ward, but it's just out of the reach of Ward. And it's chipped behind the goal. Ward had a beat on that, but couldn't get there in time. Penalty's over. We're back to 5-on-5 action here. There's Krause on the half wall. He'll gain the line and fire it in. Back forward is McDonald. He's warded off there by Mumbercat. Back to the point. Curtin has it. Tries to put it into an open corner. It's picked off by McDonald. He'll play it out to neutral ice, but it's off the stick of Morrison. And the Bucs will take over there. Headman pass is good. Over the line. Into the middle. Tries to get a shot off there. Opportunity to clear for the Jets, and they squander it. Behind the goal are the Bucs. Tried to center there. McIntyre takes over. Loses it in the corner. Chopped to the line, and that'll just get outside. Jets trying to change, but quick up now for Timothy, and his shot on goal is gloved down by Tornidas. Quick counterattack by the Buccaneers almost ends up in a goal, if not for the glove of Calix Tornidas. Draws scrambled, Jets come away with it, but they just play it out to center. Dodge has it now for the Buccaneers. He spins and fires, but misses its intended target. McIntyre tries to flip it high, doesn't get enough on that one, but it's followed up there by Penny and sent down the ice. Buccaneers counterattack yet again through the neutral zone. Good back check there. Just played ahead by McIntyre to Smith McNeil. Doesn't get any further than center ice. Going to be a high stick, make contact with the puck by Seth Black of the Jets. And as he touches up, it's going to be a face-off inside the Jet zone. Loose puck off the draw, stepping up for it. There's Bellin. He keeps it moving forward. Into the middle. Pass back to the point. Quick shot on goal, and that's wide of the net. And it'll rim all the way around. Race for it now. Travis Smith-McNeil of the Jets. He's sealed off along the half wall. Played to the line, and that'll dribble out to center. 3-on-2 rush coming here for the Buccaneers. Into the middle. Rebounds there. Cleared by LeBlanc just in time. Into the middle. What a shot there and a big save. And all of a sudden we have, it sounded like a whistle on the ice. Everyone stopped playing. And they score. Buccaneers open the scoring. 11:27 left in the first period. That one's chopped home by Theoropoulos, I believe. Number 11 in front. Not much chance for Tornidas on that one. I apologize for the delay, but heard a whistle in the rink. Another chance, they score! Giveaway right in front of Tornidas' goal. And he's beaten. This one looks like Lachlan Roach. Beats him over the shoulder. And just like that, the Bucks jump out to a 2-goal lead, 2-0. 11:19 now left in the first. 2 quick goals in succession. Jets are reeling a little bit now. Off the restart at center. Crawley battled off the puck. 2 Bucks come away with it. Played down low. Roach, the latest goal scorer. Blocker saved there. Rebounds in there. Just cleared away in time. Battle behind the net for it. Played to Curtin along the half wall. He centers it. Chopped away by McIntyre. He kicks it up to his stick but can't corral the loose puck. Roach plays it off the boards. Big hit there just inside the line on Pridham, but he keeps the puck going. Tornidas stops it behind the goal, tries to play it up to Crawley. He tries to chip it into the middle, but it's off the stick there of Phillip. Buccaneers not allowing the Jets much time in the neutral zone. Puck comes free, but it's chopped off the stick of Pemberton. Tried to play it across. Does end up getting there, spinning and firing now was Morrison, but it's just wide of the far post. Curtin has it at the point, slaps it in off the glove of Tornidas, and McIntyre will pick it up for the Jets. McIntyre through the neutral zone, gains the line, goes wide. Centering pass is knocked away, and it's taken over by the Bucks yet again. Here's Myra, he'll gain the line just barely, but Tornidas can't stop it behind the goal. Now Ayotte will take it, passes it in, shot on goal, they score! And the Bucks take a 3-0 lead early in this one. This one is Mason Harlow, number 18 of the Bucks, beating Tornidas through the 5-hole. 3-0, 9:49 on the clock here in the first period. And the Buccaneers have come out to play this afternoon. Jets having a hard time getting out of their zone. Tornidas stops it behind the goal. Played across by LeBlanc. It's out of the reach of Black, and Buccaneers in forechecking again. Into the middle. Shot there by Probert. Off a stick and into the corner. There's Black with it again. Plays it high off the boards and outside the zone. Chance for McDonald. He's knocked down at center. Loose puck gathered up again into the corner. McDonald can't find a lane to the front of the net. Bucks looking to break it out, and they will. Chance for a 2-on-1 if they hurry. Good back pressure coming from the Jets. Ayotte over the line. Tries to put it into the far man driving the net, Morrison, but can't find the stick. Played to the line, but kept in. And Tornidas is going to have to hold on to that one with a Buccaneer crashing the crease. Morrison, I believe. Off the drop, played across. Gets to Bellin. Bellin can't get the shot away. Loose puck is in Travis Smith-McNeil's feet. He chips it ahead. 2-on-1 rush coming here for the Jets. Here's Simmons down the wing. He'll fire it high and wide. That'll rim all the way around. McIntyre plays it ahead, but Smith-McNeil doesn't see the pass, and the Bucks come back the other way. Battle in there, into the skates. Loose puck, they score! Oh, it's being waved off. Looks like goalie interference is probably going to be the call as Tornidas was bowled over. Looks like no penalty on the play, just incidental contact and possibly some issues with the netting, it looks like, but and we're set to go. Played around by Long, taken over there in the corner by Sullivan. Sullivan walks out of the corner on the back end, knocked away by McIntyre, and it'll slide out to neutral ice. That pass is fanned on. Jets can't do much with it. It's skated out now. Over the line. Quick shot on goal. Off a stick, and it ends up in Tornidas' glove pretty harmlessly on that one. .7:55 left here in the first period. 3-0 Bucks early in this one. Point, Curtin plays it across. Quick shot off a stick, off the glass, behind the net. Regained by the Bucks. Centering pass, loose in the crease. McIntyre battles his man, but it's played ahead. Pass is too far for Crawley, and that'll slide the length of the ice. Icing will be the call. Face off all the way back down inside the Jets zone. Most of this first period has been played inside the Jets zone. Long behind the goal, plays it around, tries to find Crawley with it. He can't find it in his feet. Phillips comes in to help out. He'll play it across to McIntyre. McIntyre plays it ahead. That just chipped into the zone by Butters. And the Bucks gain possession again. Played to the line. LeBlanc tries to keep it in, but can only do so momentarily. Now McIntyre will play it off to an open wing. Taken over there by Curtin. He has it chopped off his stick by LeBlanc. That pass is intercepted by McIntyre. Played ahead quickly by Crawley. Into the middle for McIntyre. He's pulled down as he's driving that center lane. Hooking's going to be the call. 6:53 left here in the first period. Looks like Mahoney is going to be the guilty party on that one for the Buccaneers. He'll sit in the box for 2 minutes. Chance here for the Jets to cut into the lead on the power play. Face-off's won by the Jets. McIntyre with it. Plays it down low. Phillips back to McIntyre. Bucks pressing at the top of the zone. Here's Crawley. Can't get the pass away. Good pressure by the Bucks. McIntyre can't keep it at the line. He'll have to get on his horse. He's got Kraus barreling in on him. Loose puck. Centering pass. It's there. Shot on goal is high and over the goal by Pridham. McIntyre regains possession, plays it across to Crawley. Crawley through the neutral zone, has it chopped away momentarily. He gives chase, tries to hop around Murphy, but can't do so. And it's sent back down the ice. And looks like a penalty is being called behind the play. This one looks like it's going to go to the Jets. Hudson Crawley, number 19, will sit. And that'll do it for the power play opportunity for the Jets. We'll play 4-on-4 for the next minute and 16 seconds. And the Bucks will have an abbreviated power play after that. Played to the point, but misses his man. Curtin will have to give chase. Lays it across. Bucks making nice passes outside the zone. That headman pass misses Timothy, and it'll be played around by Ward to LeBlanc. LeBlanc will play it back behind the goal. Pemberton, he'll try the long stretch pass, and it's a good one. Just offside is the call. Ward tried to take it off his skate, threw himself offside. Good stretch pass by Sidney Pemberton to try and spring Ward, but just a little off, unfortunately, for the Jets. 5:40 left here in the first period. 4-on-4 action here. Played off the linesman. Bucks regain possession. Played back by Dodge. There's Dodge again in his own zone. Chipped behind his target, Theoropoulos. Played ahead. McDonald gets around one man, walks in, shoots, and nice stop by Fitzgerald of the Bucks. And the Bucks will gain the line. Roach goes wide, stopped there by LeBlanc, picks the puck up in the corner. Cycle game is on, but it's sent towards the front of the net and chipped to the corner again by the Jets. Back to the point. Myra walks in, shoots. May have been deflected in front, but Tornidas finds it before any forward can find a rebound. A couple of guys driving the net. Good shot from Myra, a better save from Tornidas. McIntyre controls it off the draw, plays it up the wing. Loose puck gathered up again by the Bucks, played across by Morrison to Roach. Roach back to the point. Cross over now. Good possession by the Bucks. McIntyre knocks his man off the puck, and he'll send it down the ice as the Jets are killing a penalty at this stage of the game. Nice pass ahead by Fitzgerald. Passed into the middle. Roach gains the line, tries to play it into the middle. Shot there by Murphy's wide of the far post. Played behind the goal. Only 2 seconds left here in the power play opportunity. Shot on goal. What a save. Oh, I thought he stopped it. They score. Pass gets across. Beautiful look there. I believe it was Murphy that put the pass across. And it's tapped in by Roach. It's his second of the game. Second of the period. 4:06 here. Not sure it counts as a power play goal, but it was awfully close. Played back into the zone off the restart. Black will fire it out to neutral ice. Curtin with it. And looks like we're going to have a penalty. Head contact, the call was behind the play. Jaden Pridham, number 9, heading to the box for the Buccaneers. 3:57 here in the first period. Jets will head back to the power play. Jets aren't even set up, but they come away with possession. Shot from the point, rebounds there. Stopped by Fitzgerald, and it's sent down the ice. Tornidas plays it to an open corner. Good penalty killing here by the Bucks. McIntyre dangerously in front of his own goal. Pass across is connected. Penny with it through the neutral zone. 3-on-2 rush if they hurry, but take too long to get that shot away. Black gathers it in the corner. He takes a shot. Possession still for the Jets. Black back to the point for Penny. Penny's knocked off the puck, but gets the puck ahead to Black. Black back to the point for Penny. Penny can't handle it. Plays it off the boards. Regains possession, and he's knocked down hard by Mahoney. Jets can't find the handle, and finally comes back to Penny. Penny puts it back to McIntyre. Quick pass to Simmons. Simmons walks in, has a lane, rebounds there. They score! Power play goal gets the Jets on the board. 4-1 Bucks. It's chopped home on the back door. Andrew Penny, I believe, will be the goal scorer. Nice shot from Cole Simmons to get it to the net. 2:49 left here in the first. 4-1 Bucks over the Jets. On the restart, Crawley picks it up off the opening draw, flips it towards the goal. Blocker stop by Fitzgerald. Krause now with it. Battles Crawley along the boards, loses the puck to him. Centering pass just in Crawley's feet. It'll be played to Long. He's trying to keep it in at the point for the Jets and does. Played down low, but out of the reach of Crawley. Turned over there. Bucks stretch pass is knocked down by Phillips. Bucks regain possession, but lose it just as quickly. Played into the middle for Crawley. Crawley gets a stick on it. Just onside, tries to battle his way through, and Fitzgerald dives out and knocks it away. Myra behind his goal. Just out of the reach there of Crawley was that breakout pass, and the Bucks will gain possession and skate it through the neutral zone. LeBlanc steps into his man there. Bucks control it. Krause shot off the side of the net. Rebounds there. Wraparound chance is turned away. Played ahead. Crawley has his man turned. Murphy seals him nicely along the boards. Chopped towards the front of the goal. And Fitzgerald will cover up for a faceoff. Minute and 39 here left in the first period of play between the Bucks and the Jets. Bucks come out flying, opened up a 4-goal lead, and since the Jets have capitalized on the power play to get one back. Off the draw, put ahead, rebounds there. Morrison couldn't find it. Chopped towards the front of the net, but cleared to the line. Pemberton takes a shot towards the goal. Rebounds there. Shut down by Fitzgerald after giving out a juicy rebound. He closes it out. Played high off the boards. Into the middle, that was McClellan. No, that was Roach. Pardon me. He was looking for the hat trick. He's open in front of the goal if they can get it to him. There it is. Shot on goal. Stopped by Tornidis. Rebounds there too. But it's cleared by the Jets to the line. Curtin takes a shot to the goal. That gets through. And it's kicked aside. Offside is the call. It was a very late call. Quite frankly, I'm not sure it was the right one, but nonetheless. 1 minute left on the clock here in the first period. Jets get away with one there. Curtin off the restart in the neutral zone, plays it across, flipped in. McIntyre will have to pick that up for the Jets. He'll drag it behind his net and play it around. It's not going to reach its target. Cut off along the boards by Roach. Played into the middle, but taken over there by the Jets. Played to the wing for McIntyre. McIntyre cuts around, loses the puck just inside the zone. Played ahead. Ward will have to come back. Plays it off the boards and out. Now we have Foss McDonald. Plays it to himself, but has it knocked away. Ward following up the play. He's closed out to the boards by McClellan. Down low for McIntyre. Walks around his man. Loose puck's there. And it's swept out of the crease. No icing on the play. McDonald back for it. Has it behind his goal. He's flushed out by two Bucks. Played into the corner. McIntyre lays a hit, but the possession is still with the Bucks momentarily. Now it's with the Jets. McIntyre will chip it ahead. Takes a little bit of a bump. And that'll do it for the first period of play between the Bucks and the Jets. After one, it's the Bucks 4, Jets 1. Be back after the flood for the second period. We'll talk soon. And we're back for the second period of play between the Buccaneers and the Jets. After one, Buccaneers have a 4-1 lead. Shots on goal after the first period of play were 16-7 in favor of the Buccaneers. Just about ready to get the second period underway. And here we go. Bucks control it off the drop. Played ahead by Murphy. Chipped into the zone. Back for it's going to be LeBlanc of the Jets. He'll play it hard around to Smith McNeil. He chips it into the middle. It's taken over by the Buccaneers there. Battle along the half wall for it. Free to the point. Buccaneers. Murphy has it now. Plays that into the corner. Back for it was Mahoney. Played ahead of his reach. Turned over along the half wall and regained by the Jets. Possession here for Simmons. He'll gain the line. Swept off his stick by Murphy. And Murphy has it behind his goal, gathering some speed. Plays it to the half wall. Regained by Murphy at center. He's got some speed over the line. Tries to cut to the net. Chopped into the middle. Cleared out of harm's way by Simmons, but Smith McNeil can't find it. Walk to the middle. Shot just wide of the post. Murphy with another wild shot, and that's going to just be kept in at the far side by Dodge. He's battled there by Smith McNeil. Flipped down the ice. Going to be an icing call against the Jets. They had a man heading to the bench. Headman pass. Unfortunately for him, he did not see, and the puck will slide down the ice for an icing call. Draws scrambled. LeBlanc rips it behind the goal. Caused Tornidas to react. Flipped out to the neutral zone, but out of the reach of Simmons there. Curtin will pick it up for the Buccaneers. Plays it across. Probert, headman pass. Just slides past Dodge at center. Phillips just onside at the line. He can't play it ahead. Pass is fanned on into the middle. Butters flips it towards the goal, but wide of the net. Behind the goal. Played to an open wing. Ayotte will just chip it to the line, but kept in by Phillips there. Sent back down behind the Buccaneers goal. Played off the boards, kept in by Phillips, but he overskates the puck. Turns it over to Morrison now of the Bucks. He'll gain the line. Plays it there to Ayotte. His stick's lifted. Crawley now with it. Saucer pass ahead. That'll get through. Butters is in. He walks in, shoots, tries to go 5-hole, and it's shut down by Fitzgerald. Big stop there. Puck's turned over in the corners again. In the corner to Butters again, but he can't find a lane to the goal. Ayotte into the middle. Buccaneers 2-on-2 back the other way. Shot is fanned on. Sent towards the goal by Probert, but wide of the net. Buccaneers with possession inside the Jet zone again. Centering pass. It's going to get all the way to the line for Myra. His pass across is too hot to handle. Battle there between Pemberton is won by the Jets. Stretch pass just rolls off Crawley's stick as he had a potential 2-on-1 with McIntyre jumping in. Bucks with possession again inside their own zone. Lots of room to skate it out. Comes Myra. Myra will gain the line and flip it in. Back for it's McIntyre. He can't find the puck. Centering pass is coming. Just off the stick there, and it'll slide down the ice. Fitzgerald will stop it behind the goal for Myra. Myra with lots of time to make a pass. Finds a lane, but that's turned over. Foss McDonald tries to go between the legs. Nice play there as the Buccaneers come back 3-on-1. Headman passes just off the stick of Krause into the corner. Played behind McIntyre. Centering pass is there, but just through the skates in front. That pass back to the point will drag Dodge outside the zone. Phillips tries to jump the route, but it's turned over there to Mumbercat. Mumbercat over the line, cuts to the middle, gets the shot away. Blocker stopped there by Tornidas. Played behind the goal. Krause with it now. He has the puck taken away by LeBlanc. Just onside at the line was that headman pass cut off. Pass off of McIntyre's stick. It'll keep into the corner. Played to the line. Actually doesn't make it there. Big hit. Ward's knocked off the puck. Now a shot is Bit of a handcuff there, but it's gloved down by Tornidas. Jets caught running around inside their own zone again. Tornidas bails them out this time. Several chances for the Jets to get it out, but couldn't get it past the line. Draws one back to the point, sent through a screen. Gets to Tornidas, and he turns it away to the corner. Battled by LeBlanc, headman pass to Penny. Penny will keep it moving for Simmons. Simmons tries to cut the angle, pass back into the middle, back to LeBlanc. His shot on goal is off a body and into the corner. Puck swept ahead by Travis Smith-McNeil, but it's taken over by the Bucks and sent down the ice. McClellan back for it with one man to beat. Pass into the middle, it's off Long's skate and into the corner. Good play from Long to make sure that pass didn't get through. Back to the point, Murphy with it. Shot for that's a pass. But it goes wide of the far post. Played out to neutral ice. Murphy with it again. He'll play it right down onto Tornidas. Long will pick that rebound up for the Jets behind his goal. He'll rim it around for Penny. Penny can't pick it up. Sent to the skate there of Probert, but he couldn't redirect that on goal. Battled down the ice by Smith-McNeil. It's going to be an icing call on the Jets as the Buccaneers touch up. .55 left here in the second period. Once again, the Buccaneers hemming the Jets inside their own zone for most of this period. Shot blockered away there. Rebounds there. Tornidas shuts the first one down and is helped out. That shot is off a body. Corralled in front. Simmons does get it outside the line. Penny battles it a little bit further. Turned over at center to the Buccaneers again. Here's Theoropoulos, cuts into the middle. Has a shot, gloved down by Tornidas from a very dangerous area on the ice. Great glove stop to keep it a 4-1 game. Bucks keep it in at the line. Dodge walks the line. It's poked away there. Centered pass, and that'll be held by Tornidas. Not much on that one. Back to the point. Dodge puts it down to the corner. Black in pursuit of it. Battling along the corner. Put back to the half wall, centering pass. That's off a body and behind the goal. Buccaneers first to the puck. Back to the point for Dodge. He fans on the shot. Morrison has his stick lifted in front. Buccaneers with the cycle game. Engaged here. Onto the back to the point rather. And that shot's blocked by Crawley. He lifts the stick and he has a chance, but the puck gets a little too far out ahead of him. Plays it to the side of the goal, and then it'll end up behind the net. Good play from Crawley there to block that shot and get away with a potential chance for the Jets. Played back to the point. McIntyre will walk it, put towards the goal. Rebounds there. Good save from Fitzgerald. In tight with Phillips bearing down on him. Phillips has possession, plays it back to the point. Played down low. Black gets it to Phillips. Behind the goals, Crawley trying to battle his man off the puck. Dodge, I believe. Centering pass just gets through. Good back pressure there from Phillips to cut that pass off to the middle. He'll play it back down for Butters. Butters is knocked off stride by Theoropoulos. And he'll walk around one man. Played into the middle. Crawley he has the puck knocked away. McIntyre keeps it at the line. That's going to be a hand pass on McIntyre. Just inside the offensive zone. Jets with a little bit of offensive zone pressure themselves. With Fitzgerald shut the door. Off the restart, Pemberton will fire it back behind the net. Dangerously comes out in front. And Fitzgerald's seen enough of that one. He'll cover it up. Off the draw, puck comes free for the Jets, but they can't get it towards the goal. Morrison will play it behind the net. McDonald picks it up there for the Jets. He's sealed along the boards. Played back down to Morrison. It hops over his stick. Bellin behind the net. Battling for control. Played up the boards. Kept in momentarily by LeBlanc. Played out to the neutral zone now. Here's Pemberton with it. He'll fire it right back down. Jets tag up. Bellin now behind his goal. Plays it up to Ayotte. He can't get it outside the zone. Takes a hit from Morrison. Now comes the Bucks through the neutral zone. 3 men. Probert leaves it behind, but that is just passed down by Myra out of the reach of Morrison behind the goal. Penalty is going to be called. Slashing is going to be the call. Jets will head to the penalty box. 11:46 left here in the second period. Sidney Pemberton will sit for 2 minutes or less. And the Bucks with an opportunity to increase their lead. Bucks win the draw, but it's won cleanly all the way down the ice. Fitzgerald tries to play it ahead and does. Roach into the middle. Just a little bit too far from Murphy, but Buccaneers gain the line and have possession. Played down low to Morrison. It's off his stick and into the corner. Chipped ahead by McIntyre. He'll try to go for a skate. Plays it ahead. Finds Simmons. Simmons has a lane. He'll walk in. His shot. He scores! Short-handed goal for Cole Simmons of the Jets. 11:18 left in the second. Good play from McIntyre in his own zone to break it out and find Simmons. And Simmons does the rest, beating Fitzgerald over the glove. And with that shorthanded goal, it's 4-2 Buccaneers. Off the restart, straight ahead comes Krause. He's knocked off the puck just inside the zone. McIntyre goes in to seal his man. McIntyre will come away with it. Cleared just outside the line. Chance for Phillips, but he couldn't find the handle at center. Probert trying to lose his man Phillips. Played into the middle. Back the other way quickly comes Bellin. He'll drop it off inside the line. Walking to the front was Krause there, but he's sealed off nicely, and that's sent down the ice by Phillips of the Jets. 55 seconds left in the power play opportunity here for the Buccaneers. Broken out quickly by the Buccaneers. Pass along the far side is a good one. Buccaneers will look to get it set up inside the zone, and they do. Pass him. Krause, shot on goal. That's blockered away by Tornidas. Probert plays it across. Bellin with it now. He'll walk around his man, loses the handle momentarily, regains it behind the goal. Back to the point. Probert walks in, has a shot, kicked away by Tornidas into the corner. Loose puck. McIntyre can't find it. He knocks his man into the corner. Loose puck's gathered by Ward. He'll fire it off the boards and down the ice. Penalty coming. Not sure who it's against. Looks like it's headed to the Jets. Over the line comes Probert. Back centering pass. Into the middle. Shot. They score! And on the delayed penalty, the Buccaneers pass it around beautifully. And they cash in on the power play. I think it was Jackson Krause that finished that one off in front. McIntyre was getting called for a delayed penalty on the play. Buccaneers got the extra attacker out there, so they were 6 on 4. 9:36 left here in the second, and the Buccaneers answer right back to on that shorthanded goal, the same power play. They score and cash in. 5-2 Buccaneers here in the second. Off the restart, Buccaneers behind their net, passed ahead to Breton. Breton plays it into the neutral zone, just onside at the line, but it's regrouped and sent back to neutral ice by Long. Long can't get it ahead. Quick shot on goal by Roach, looking for the hat trick. Rebounds there, they score! Not sure who got the last touch on it. They don't really know either, but when in doubt, I think they're going to give it to Lachlan Roach, I believe. And that'll be a hat trick for him on the afternoon. And what a turn of events here, as what looked like a bit of a change in momentum. The Jets shorthanded goal. It's 6-2 now for the Buccaneers. 9:10 left here in the second period. 2 quick goals to open the lead up even further. Dumped in, Tornidas will play it around. McDonald can't quite get it by his man, but followed up by LeBlanc. He's knocked off the puck, and it's kept in by the Bucks. That's sent out to neutral ice, but off the skate there of Morrison. Picked up by Ward. He plays it across. Shot on goal is kicked away by Fitzgerald. Couple of guys. Looks like McDonald hauled down on that shot, but no call on the play. Shot towards the goal, and looks like the net is knocked off by Fitzgerald. Bit of a scramble in front of the goal, and Fitzgerald gets away with knocking the net off its moorings. Something I've seen a few too many times. I know they want to protect the players by not putting pegs in the ice, but it's becoming a common theme that nets are coming off a little too easily, taking away scoring chances from both teams. Back the other way, into the middle. Just knocked off his stick there was McIntyre, and back the other way, Penny plays it ahead. Over the line comes Smith McNeil. His shot is blocked, and looks like a penalty is going to be called, as Smith McNeil may have poked one of the drop sticks on the ice by the Bucks, and you're not allowed to do that. He'll sit for unsportsmanlike conduct, I believe. And it goes from bad to worse for the Jets. 6-2 game, and penalty trouble continues to haunt them. Bucks win the draw. Back to the point. Here's Probert. He'll play it back into the middle. Walking to the middle is Bellin. He'll put it back to the far side. Back into the middle for Bellin. His shot down low. More of a pass. Turn and firing. High and over the goal. Played down low, but McIntyre will pick that off. Can't play it outside the zone. Pass into the middle. Shot. They score! What a great pass across. Mumbercatch delivered the pass, trying to see who finished it off there. Beautiful look. And that's another power play goal for the Bucks. 7:40 left on the clock here in the second, and the Bucks have jumped out to a 7-2 lead. Referees having a discussion with the Jets bench. The unsportsmanlike conduct penalty given to Travis Smith McNeil comes back to bite the Jets there. Good puck movement inside the zone by the Buccaneers. Finding that extra man. Off the restart, Buccaneers throw it down inside the zone. Back forward is Tornidas. He'll leave it there for LeBlanc. They get tangled up behind the goal. Played ahead, but doesn't get to the target. Butters. Pemberton can't get it moving behind the goal. Butters will regroup. Fires it ahead for Phillips. Phillips with a few men to beat down the wing. Loses it to Bellin, and it'll be played high and off the netting. Face off inside the Buck zone. Jets go straight ahead with it. Chopped on goal. Bit of a chop at Fitzgerald, but just as the whistle went, nothing's going to come of that. Crawley couldn't find the handle there, but disrupted the Bucks breaking out momentarily. Now they come out down the wing. That pass into the middle, chopped on goal, and that's stopped by Tornidis. Off the stick of Theoropoulos, I believe. Just redirected it on goal. Butters has possession, plays it around to Crawley. He can't get it outside the zone. LeBlanc with it. He'll fire it across to Butters. Tough pass to handle for Butters, though. Played back down by Mahoney. Jets take it quickly, and it's sent down the ice, but it'll be right on goal. Handled a little casually there by Fitzgerald, and he'll hold for a whistle. Draws scrambled, comes free for the Jets momentarily. Phillips, or pardon me, Foss McDonald, that is. He loses it to Morrison of the Bucks. Played ahead. Probert now. Probert walks in, stopped, rebounds there, chopped wide. Long may have got a stick on that one. Centering pass, knocked off Tornidis' pads. Big pile up down low. Morrison in the goal crease. And that's punched off Morrison's stick. Jets scrambling inside their own zone again. McIntyre lays the body on Morrison. He keeps the puck moving, though. Now the puck will come free. McIntyre plays it ahead to Ward. Ward tries to beat his man, and that should be a penalty, but they allow it to play on, strangely enough. Some questionable calls here in this one, but that's hockey for you. Down low. Probert has McIntyre on his hip. He spins off him. Played behind the goal, but it's off of McIntyre's stick. Back to the point. Rebounds there, but it's played to the half wall. Myra will pick that up. McIntyre down in the corner. Avoids the check of Probert. Bucks with possession. Played into the middle. Shot spinning from one of the Buccaneers forwards in the slot. Didn't get his number, but it's wide of the goal. Bucks with full possession now, and a tired Jets line on the ice. Shot stopped by Tornidis. Rebound just kicked by the stick of Morrison in front. Here's McIntyre. He'll play it back. Here's Long. Plays it ahead. That pass is behind the target. Bad change by the Jets as there's only two men left on the ice. Two defensemen in this long change second period. Behind the goal now is Emerson. He'll play it behind the goal, but his D partner McIntyre was in front. McIntyre will intercept that pass. Gets to the middle of the ice. Takes a couple of slashes. Gets it ahead to Penny. Penny will get the line. Take a bit of a hit from Myra. Loose puck will carry him into Fitzgerald, and he'll hold for a face-off. 4:29 here in the second period. Bucks 7, Jets 2. Bucks win the draw back. Dodge plays it across. Played onto the half wall. Chipped out to center. Just off the glove there at center of Pridham, I believe. That's off the linesman. Bucks come back quickly in transition. Here's McClellan. Cuts up. Puts it into the middle. Shot on goal. Stops. Rebounds behind the goal. Knifed away. Good stop from Tornidis initially. Pass across to Dodge. His shot to the goal is deflected by Roach in front, looking for his fourth of the game. But it's wide of the net. Played hard off the glass. That's going to be chipped by Dodge. Chance here for Smith McNeil. He has a man with him. He'll walk in. Shot right into the crest of Fitzgerald. Rebound taken away by the Bucks. Played out to neutral ice. Here's McClellan. Leaves it for Murphy. Murphy tries to find the backdoor pass. And there's bodies flying in front. That's knocked down by LeBlanc. Flipped the length of the ice. Just out of the reach of Smith McNeil. He'll tap it behind the net and give chase. He's knocked off the puck. Bucks regain possession. Puck's played around to the near wall here for Pridham. He'll skate things out of his own zone. Chipped ahead for Roach. That's knocked off his stick, but kept inside the line. Back forward is Black. Black plays it off the boards, but it's an easy keep for Myra. Myra will try to get possession on Black, but Black gets it to the line, and that'll get out. Back the other way quickly are the Jets. Simmons goes forehand, backhand. He shoots, he scores. What a beautiful goal. Make it 7-3 for the Bucks. That's Cole Simmons' second of the game. The defenseman for the Bucks just looked like he was taking the pass away and allowed Simmons to go straight to the net, and Simmons makes no mistake on Fitzgerald. Back to a 4-goal game in favor of the Bucks. Puck's played back, but it's out of the reach of McIntyre. He has to regroup. Played to the line, but just does get out. Actually, chance here 2-on-1 if they hurry. Bucks getting caught, odd man rushes, but that shot was a weak one and easily handled by Fitzgerald. Played back to the point by Crawley, but it doesn't reach its man, McIntyre. It's just dumped into the zone by the Bucks and sent back out and right back in. Pemberton behind the goal, plays it off the boards, takes a weird hop off a stanchion out to neutral ice. Murphy has a man on him. He takes his man down, and again, no penalty on the play, as Murphy definitely lost the handle. And the Bucks will break it out quickly the other way. McIntyre steps up, 2-on-1 down low. Shot on goal is stopped by Tornidas on the short side. Some sloppy play both ways here, giving up a lot of odd man rushes. Minute and 52 left on the clock here in the second period. Puck's played around by the Jets. Foss McDonald can't find the handle. It ricochets into the middle. Headman pass into the middle. Morrison finds Ward. He tries to beat his man. Can't do so. Bucks with possession. Flipped into the middle. That just makes it outside the line. And Mumbercat with a head of steam the other way has it knocked away by LeBlanc. He can't find it in his feet. Turned over at the line. Jets trying to blow the zone a little too quickly, and the Buccaneers are trying to make them play. Down low for Bellin. Bellin can't find it along the half wall. Has it knocked away by LeBlanc, but he's backed up. Jets trying to throw their body around. Chance here coming for the Jets, but the pass is behind McDonald, and Fitzgerald comes out and clears it down the ice. Icing's going to be waved off as Long's back for it for the Jets. LeBlanc regroups behind the goal. Into the middle now. Foss McDonald cuts to the center. Backhand shot. Oh, he goes backhand forehand and fires it high over the glass. Face-off will be inside the zone here. 42 seconds left on the clock. Bucks win the draw, played up the wing. McIntyre steps up to keep it, spins off a check. And he'll be stripped just inside the zone. Bucks with a chance the other way. Off of McIntyre's skate, ricochets to the front, stopped by Tornidas. 25 seconds left on the clock, and the Bucks almost add to their lead. Bucks win the draw clean. Curtin plays it off the boards. Taken over there, but that'll just get outside the line. Jets looking for the home run pass. Smith McNeil spins and passes it to Penny, but it's ahead of him. And that pass towards the front is knocked away as well. Back in neutral ice, here's McIntyre. He'll flip it high. That'll somehow remain in play. It looks like it was going over the boards. Penny has his stick lifted, and that will do it for the second period of play. After 2, score is 7-3 in favor of the Buccaneers over the Jets. We'll see you for the third period in a few minutes. We'll talk soon. And we're back for the third period of play between the Buccaneers and the Jets. After 2, it's the Buccaneers 7, Jets 3. Shots on goal after 2 are 30-15 in favor of the Bucs. Just about ready to get things kicked off here in the third period. Been a penalty-filled game, at least in terms of the Jets. They've spent the majority of the game in the box. And the Buccaneers have cashed in on several power plays to open up this 4-goal lead. Top goal scorers of the game to this point is Lachlan Roach of the Buccaneers has a hat trick. And on the other side for the Jets, Cole Simmons has a pair. And here we go for the third period. Off the restart. Puck's played to the Bucs line, taken over there by Murphy. Plays it up the wing. Jets look a little slow to start here. Buccaneers fire it in. Krause will give chase. Played back down low by Bellin. Off the boards and covered by Tornidas. Early face-off here inside the Jet zone. Played around to the far wall. Pinched down by the Buccaneers. Kept in. Played around to the other side. LeBlanc will have to give chase. He's helped out by a couple of his teammates, but Crawley can't get it by his man. Played down low in the corner. Jets will play it up the wing, but it's kept in by Bellin momentarily. Now Crawley with a chance. He's in. He walks in, shoots. Stopped by Fitzgerald. Partial break there for Crawley, and Fitzgerald shuts him down. Opportunity for the Jets to cut the lead early here in the third period. Off the restart, Bucs control it. There's Ayotte, passes it into the middle. Probert goes wide, tries to cut around Pemberton. Pemberton flips it to the line, but it's gloved down. Chance here for McDonald of the Jets. He'll gain the line and fire it in. Fitzgerald can't find the handle behind the net. McIntyre tries to swipe it to the net, but can't find the handle. And we have a penalty behind the play, I believe. Waiting to see what the call is. The way this game has been going, no surprise it's going to the Jets. Number 25, Foss McDonald. Head contact looks like the call. He'll sit for 2 minutes or less. 18:48 left here in the third period. Bucs back to the power play. McIntyre plays it behind the goal. Not much on that clearing attempt. More of a pass, really. Bucs take possession now. Buccaneers Morrison fires it down low. He'll switch places. Back to the point for Myra. Myra on the half wall. McIntyre closes out in his man. Played back to the point for Myra. Played back down to the half wall for McClellan. McClellan hands it off there. Back to the point. Myra plays it down low. Off the stick there of Morrison. Bucs with good possession, but kept to the outside to this point. Shot on goal. Myra has his shot swallowed up by Tornidas. Not much traffic in front. Good stop for Tornidas on that latest attempt. 1:19 left in the power play for the Buccaneers. Pemberton tries to play it down the ice. That hits a body. He'll try the far side. That's going to be kept in by Probert. Probert surveying the ice. Tries to pass it down. Backdoor pass just off the stick there of a Jets player in front, Simmons. Bucs regain possession. Played back to the point. Bellin with it now. Bellin passed back to him at the point. Puck's played out to the half wall. That shot's off McIntyre's stick, and that'll ramp up over the glass. Couple of slashes happening there between Probert and McIntyre. Face-off controlled by the Jets. Played around, but taken over by the Bucks behind the goal. Pass out front. Bellin shot. Kick save there from Tornidis, and he'll cover up the rebound. Nice chance there for Bellin. Shut down by Tornidis. 40 seconds left in the power play now for the Buccaneers. They've had good possession inside the zone, but only a couple of pucks put towards Tornidis to this point. Bucks win the draw. Dodge spins off his check at the line. Skates it down the half wall, back to the top. Curtin, his pass is out of the reach there, but off the backboards and comes dangerously out front. Black will play it off the boards, but not much on that. Kept in by Curtin. He'll play it to an open corner. Taken over there. Here's Dodge. His pass down low is off the stick there of LeBlanc, but Dodge regains it, passes it to the point, but there's no one there for the Buccaneers. Slides down the ice into the final 10 seconds of the penalty to McDonald of the Jets. Buccaneers looking for one more rush here. Pass into the middle for Timothy. Timothy will gain the line. Shot on goal. Easy stop there for Tornidis, and he'll hold for another face-off. And that'll do it for the power play opportunity. Back to 5-on-5. 16:44 left here in the third. Off the draw, straight ahead with it comes Crawley for the Jets. He puts it across. Butters with it now, back into the middle. Just chipped wide by Crawley. Crawley trying to chase the puck down. He'll play it back down low, but it's off the stick there of Timothy. Gwyn Timothy, pardon me. Jets can't find the handle at center, and that'll be fired off a stick and off the boards. Gwyn Timothy down the line. Battles it to the front of the net. Has it chopped away there by LeBlanc. On-rushing Bucks player could have taken McDonald out, but instead took the puck. Played to the line, but kept in there. LeBlanc didn't get what he needed on that pass. Into the middle. Pass back. One too many passes probably there as it's broken up by Phillips. Played back down by Mahoney. He'll go for a change. Bucks still have possession inside the Jet zone. That'll be played to the line, but Bellin can't quite find the handle. That should have been an offside call, but they do allow it to play on. Black will play it off the boards and out. Phillips will pick it up here on the far side. He's closed off nicely there, but he'll put it towards the goal. Easy stop by Fitzgerald. A couple of slashes exchanged between Fitzgerald and Butters. Frustration starting to boil over here a little bit. Right towards the goal. Rebound's there. Morrison has it. Puts it on goal. Rebound. Kicked aside by Fitzgerald. McIntyre steps it up. Puts it behind the goal. Big battle in the corner for it. Puck finally comes free. Rebound's there, and it's blown down as the referee thought Fitzgerald has it, but he never did have a glove on it. Bucks certainly get away with one there. Referee was in a tough spot to see that. He was in the far corner, couldn't see the puck. Buccaneers win the ensuing face-off. Played ahead. Quick chance here for Ayotte. He walks in. His shot is deflected wide by McIntyre. Good passing play there from the Bucks to give that chance. Played into the middle. Jets come back 3-on-2 if they hurry. Here's Foss McDonald going wide. Tries to wrap it around. Instead, he'll spin off Morrison. Is Probert in there giving him a hand as well. Puck's played behind the net, kicked ahead for Ward. He's battled off the puck. Comes free back to the point, but that's taken over there by Ayotte before it could get to McIntyre. Over the line's Probert. Probert looking for a lane to the goal. Good play there from Long to make sure the puck didn't get through. There's McDonald. Plays it ahead. That pass is behind its target, Morrison, and it'll slide down the ice. Dodge will have to come back for it. He makes one man miss. Passing to the middle is a good one. Back the other way is McClellan. Shot towards the back post is wide. Dropped off there at the point. Quick shot. Dump in. McIntyre will regain possession for the Jets and plays it to an open corner for LeBlanc. LeBlanc's stretch pass is kept in at the line. Shot on goal is fought off by Tornidas. Puck behind the goal. LeBlanc will play it up the wing, and that'll slide down the ice. Murphy back for it. Icing's waved off as it doesn't quite make the line. 13:20 here left in the third period. Taken over at the line by LeBlanc, but he has it knocked off his stick by McClellan. Bucks battle it outside the line. Bellin runs into his own teammate, and that should be an offside call, but they allow it to play on. Quick shot is negated in the slot area by LeBlanc of the Jets, but Bucks have possession. Pemberton lays the body in the corner. Quick shot towards the front by Pridham. Bellin keeps it in at the line. That's fought off by Tornidas, and he'll grab the rebound as well. Backhand shot on the short side into the pads of Tornidas, who's been full marks here in the third period. Off the draw, LeBlanc plays it around for Butters. Butters with it now, tries to flip it ahead. It's knocked away from him by Sullivan. Back with it is Butters. He plays it to an open wing. Crawley gets it ahead. Here's Phillips now. Phillips tries to go wide. Drags it towards the net. That's on the short side. Shut down by Fitzgerald. Now Butters with it. Plays it across. LeBlanc will play it back down low. Crawley picks that puck up. Has it knocked off his stick by Myra. And the Bucks have possession behind their goal. Not a whole lot of pressure. Only Crawley giving chase. Stopped at center by Pemberton, and Fitzgerald will stop it behind his goal. Flushed out now come the Bucks. Kept in at the line momentarily by Pemberton. Pemberton can't get the second try. Now comes the Bucks the other way. Over the line. Shot on goal, and that's gloved down by Tornidas. Made it look easy. That one was off Mumbercat of the Bucks. Loose puck, straight ahead with it come the Bucks. I think it's Kraus that tried to go towards the goal off the net, off the drop, flipped out of the air by McIntyre. Kept in at the line. Now there's a 2-on-1 down low. Pass into the middle, just chipped wide of the post. Bucks moving around quick. Black trying to get in the way down low. Played to the point. Back down to the corner. Mumbercat plays it to Kraus. Kraus looking for an option. Played down low again. Cycle game working very well here, but it's just chipped outside the line by the Jets. Not going to be enough for icing. Curtin back for it. He's stripped momentarily, but the Jets can't capitalize on it. Played into the middle. And the counterattack is on quickly here. Mumbercat over the line. Backdoor pass. Out of the reach there, and the shot towards the goal is off McIntyre's stick. He can't find the handle. Rebound's there. And they score. Very delayed reaction. Not sure who got the final touch on it, but Jets definitely turning some pucks over inside their own line. Looks like Luke Mumbercat, number 21, may have got the final touch on that one to beat Tornidas. And it's an 8-3 game 10:37 left here in the third. Off the restart, the puck will slide down inside the Buck zone. Back forward is Bellin. He'll play it around. It's off the stick there of Gwyn Timothy, and it just dribbles outside the line. It's fired right back down by LeBlanc of the Jets. Puck's played around to the near wall here. Smith McNeil passes it into the middle, but he can't find Simmons with it. Puck's played out to neutral ice. Long steps up. Can't get the puck through the crowd. That's sent to the goal. It's fought off by Tornides with the glove. End up popping out of play. Just about halfway through this third period of play. Puck's played to an open man here. Chance here into the middle. Good stick there at center to negate that pass by Murphy. And it's fired down into the Jet zone for Long. He'll play it across for LeBlanc. Back for Long. Jets with some time to make a pass out. That pass out to center is a great one. Finds Travis Smith-McNeil. Pass across to Simmons. Simmons is shut down on the doorstep. Rebounds there, and it's gathered up by Fitzgerald. Another odd man rush for the Jets. Unable to capitalize. Brendan Fitzgerald standing tall in the Bucks crease. Restart here. Here, Curtin plays it to his winger A up, but it's out of his reach. Quick shot towards the goal by LeBlanc. Is an easy stop for Fitzgerald. Pass behind the goal. Up the wing, but it'll skip over the stick of LeBlanc. Back the other way is Morrison for the Bucks. He'll cut up with Simmons on his tail. Pass into the middle. Instead, he tries a shot. It's off a stick and over the goal. Probert has it knocked off his stick by LeBlanc. Played into the middle, but into the skates of Travis Smith-McNeil, and that's going to slide the length of the ice. Just enough for icing. Face-off will come back down into the Jet zone. Bucks win the draw toward the goal, tipped in front, but wide of the net. Curtin steps up, walks around his man, plays it behind the goal, centering pass, no one there for the Bucks. Comes back to the point, played down low by McClellan. In to grab it is Roach. Roach will curl off the boards, pass under the back door, and somehow chipped wide by McClellan. Great look from Roach there. And McClellan with it into the corner, walks out to the middle. That's knocked away by Penny, and Long will regain possession, gets it to LeBlanc. He'll flip it high and outside the zone, right onto the stick of Smith-McNeil. He'll gain the line, cuts up, he's knocked off stride and knocked down to the ice. Back the other way, quickly come the Bucks. 4-on-2 rush, shot on goal, swallowed up by Tornides. Bucks took possession just inside their own line, and 4 of them came screaming down the ice. And a quality shot on Tornides, but he's equal to the task. Bucks played to the line, across to Murphy. Murphy shot on goal, kicked out, off a body in front and in. And that's the kind of night or afternoon it's been for the Jets. Puck was stopped initially by Tornides, and it hit a body in front and ends up in the net. 9-3 in favor of the Bucks. Not sure who got the final touch on that one. The initial shot came from Murphy. 8 minutes left here in the third period. Off the restart, Bucks with possession again over the line. Just chipped to the line and out. Crawley giving chase. It's going to reach the goal, and it's played ahead by Fitzgerald. Here's Butters with it. Walks around one man, but turns it over in the neutral zone. Sullivan with it. Plays it down low. Chopped on goal. Just chopped off the line by McIntyre after the first stop was made by Tornidas. Quick pass by Murphy. Just out of the reach at center, but chipped down into the corner. Back for it is Phillips. He takes his man and it's played behind the goal. But Kraus gets a glove on that. Comes free. Back to the point from Mumbercat. Back down low is a good pass. Quick shot off the pad. Juicy rebound, but Tornidas gets the pad down. Seals the wall. Seals the far post, rather. Turned over to McIntyre just inside the Jet zone. He spins off his man, but has it knocked off his stick by Sullivan. It's going to be an offside call. The Bucks will have to tag up. McIntyre will drop it there for Pemberton. Pass across to Phillips. Misses. Gwynn Timothy now with a shot. That's off the stick of Tornidas into the corner. Into the middle now. Pass across from Crawley. Gets to Butters, but he has it roll off his stick. Potential 2-on-1 chance there for the Jets. Ends up turning into nothing. Now LeBlanc with it. Plays it ahead off the stick of Crawley at center. Saucer pass is a tough one to handle along the wall for Theoropoulos. Into the middle dangerously, and they score. It's a great effort there by Butters, and he puts it home past Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald didn't like it. .608 here in the third period, pardon me, and the Jets cut the lead 9-4 on a beautiful goal on the short side by Colton Butters, and it looks like McIntyre of the Jets is being assessed a penalty. Fitzgerald gave Colton Butters a bit of a shot after the goal, and then Butters came in to give him a word, and somehow McIntyre's ending up in the penalty box, but Jets are shorthanded after scoring a goal. That's a strange one. Off the restart, Dodge fires it down behind Tornidas. He'll come out to stop it, but can't get quite enough of it. It's played around to the far wall. Dodge pinches down. He's sealed off in the corner. McDonald lets him get up. Played behind the goal for Ayotte. He'll play it back to the point. Probert now. He'll walk around his man. Has a lane to the goal. Plays it down low. Backhand shot. Just wide of the net. Jets can't find the handle to clear it, and it's kept in at the line. Played across. Thornton again, Probert again. His shot stopped there by Tornidas. Late chop at it by the Buccaneers, and the Jets take exception. .520 left in the third period here. McIntyre's penalty has 1 minute and 12 seconds left in it. Off the scramble draw, quick shot on goal by McClellan, and that's swallowed up by Tornidas. Good positional save there. Bucks win the draw again, back to the point. Bellin with it, plays it across. Finds Murphy, back to the middle. Back to Murphy on the half wall, into the middle. Tipped on goal, hits a body before it can get there, and what a save by Tornidas. With the blocker, but the Jets can't clear the zone. Back at the top, onto the half wall. Murphy with it. Murphy passes across. It hits the stick of Morrison, but ends up back behind the goal for Pridham. Pridham behind the goal, surveying the ice, looking for a passing lane. Finds it, backhand chop towards the goal. Rebounds there. Shots wide of the net. Back to the point for Bellin. Bellin finds his man on the far side. Back into the middle for Bellin. Bellin walks in. Quick shot blocked in front. Loose puck. Unable to clear. Pass across to Murphy is off a skate. He'll have to regain possession. Back to the point now for Bellin again. He'll walk it into the middle. Around Simmons. He'll trade places. Down the wing he comes. Pass into the middle. Off the stick, and it's chopped on goal. Rebounds there, and it's finally covered up by Tornidas. After a couple of hacks and whacks, he finds the puck just in time. 4:04 left on the clock here, and the penalty to McIntyre is finally over. Bucks unable to capitalize on that power play, despite having lots of chances. And thank Tornidas for that one if you're a Jets fan. Loose puck comes free, backhand shot. Off of Tornidas' glove and into the corner. Long knocks his man down behind the goal. Not sure how that's not a high stick, but they allow play to continue. Into the middle, Krause, quick shot, blocked in front by Pemberton. Another spinning shot, rebound's going to come out the other side, and what a save by Calix Tornidas. Goes post to post to make an incredible stop. Bucks win another draw. I've been saying that all afternoon. Played down low, but it's off a stick, and Simmons takes control. Broken stick there. Comes free again for Simmons. Looking for the hat trick. He's forechecked from behind. Takes a weak shot towards the goal, but it's off the side of the net. Pinching down on it now. There's Pemberton. He'll play it behind the net. Simmons can't find the handle. Bucks with possession now. Coming the other way quickly is Curtin. Curtin will gain the line. Goes wide on Pemberton. Pemberton tries to seal him along the boards. Played to the point, but Simmons can't find it for the Jets. Kept in by the Bucks yet again. Centering pass is there. What a shot on goal there by Sullivan, I believe, and it's shut down by Tornidas yet again. Another passing attempt off the stick into the corner. Played behind the goal. Krause centering pass, chopped on goal, just wide of the net that time. Shot is gathered with the glove and played ahead by Tornidas. Pemberton gets it ahead, but that pass is a no-looker. Back come the Jets, or the Bucks quickly. McIntyre just coming off the bench. Knocks the puck away from Mumbercat. Another chance, that's deflected off a body in front and just wide of the post. Played ahead quickly by the Jets through to Butters. Butters will gain the line but can't get the shot away. Phillips following the play up has it again. Played behind the goal, but it's not hard enough to get to its target. Gwynn Timothy plays it across the ice. Played up quickly. Down the ice off the stick of LeBlanc. He'll rim it hard around. Chipped into the middle. 2-on-1 chance here for the Jets. Clean. Phillips down low. Into the middle, rebounds there. Shot doesn't get to the net as the pass was into Butters' feet. That's played down the ice by the Bucks. Should be an icing call. Actually, for some reason, they wave it off. Oh, the refereeing has been very questionable at best here today. I've seen that exact call made at the other end of the ice several times, but this one's certainly going to be icing, actually. They wave that off even though Fitzgerald comes out to play it, which is a strange one, but icing will be the call. Once Fitzgerald comes out of his crease, that's no longer an icing call. Off the restart, Bellin at the line, tries to go across with it, it's turned over to Crawley. Crawley can't get away. He's battled to the boards. Played across here to Ayotte. Puck headman, but taken over by the Bucks inside the Jets line. Simmons will play it right back up the boards into traffic. Phillips, pardon me. Played ahead to Crawley. Back into the middle for Phillips. Phillips walks in, shoots, stopped, rebounds there. Fitzgerald had a tough time finding it, but he does get the glove down. 44 seconds left on the clock. This one's just about in the books. Bucks go straight ahead with it off the draw. 2-on-2 rush the other way. Pemberton stands his man up at the line. Played around quickly to McDonald of the Jets. He'll move to the middle of the ice. Pass over to the wing for Ward. Ward's over the line. Backhand shot. Glove stop by Fitzgerald. .22 left here in the third. Bucks control it. Long bomb of a pass. Hops over the stick at center. Icing's waved off and they score. Oh, it's being waved off right away. Looks like a kicking motion will be the call. Looks like Pridham is saying he didn't make a kicking motion, but inconsequential at this time in a 9-4 game. No goal as the puck was kicked into the net. And that will just about do it for this one. Puck's played ahead. That's going to be another whistle as it's offside. And a late shot by the Bucks. Well after the whistle, but cooler heads prevail. And after that, they are going to just run the clock to avoid any shenanigans after the game. That'll do it for this one. Buccaneers skate away with a 9-4 victory over the Cape Breton Jets. Thanks for tuning in to High Button Sports. My name is Jeff McIntyre. Enjoy the Super Bowl. We'll talk soon.